Dear students, now let us consider Newton's law of cooling. According to Newton's law of cooling, the rate of loss of heat of a body is directly proportional to the difference of temperature between body and surroundings. Uh, if T is the temperature of the hot body and Ts is the temperature of the surroundings, now uh, the rate of loss of heat, see Q is represented for heat energy. So dq by dt gives us change of heat energy with time, and if we put minus sign it indicates loss. So minus dq by dt will represents rate of loss of heat of the hot body. So now, according to the statement of Newton's law of cooling, the rate of loss of heat, that is minus dq by dt, is directly proportional to difference of body temperature and surrounding temperature, that is T minus Ts. So minus dq by dt is directly proportional to the difference of the two temperatures. Now writing a constant of proportionality, we get an equation. But by the definition of specific heat, see how the specific heat is defined. S is equal to 1 by m into delta Q by delta T, or we also can write, instead of delta Q you can write dq by dt. Now from this, dq is equal to ms dt. Substituting this value in first equation, minus in place of dq, place of dq, we substituted this value in place of this, or d capital D by small t is equal to minus k by ms into t minus ts. Here k, m and s are constants. So let k by ms be equal to capital K, so that we can write the same equation, d capital D by small t is equal to minus k t minus ts. Here d capital D by d small t represents change of temperature with time, and minus sign tells that there is decrease in temperature with time. And since this is a constant, this is directly proportional to T minus Ts. That is, decrease of temperature with time is directly proportional to the difference between the temperatures. Since this is decrease of temperature with time, we also can call this as rate of cooling. So, rate of cooling is directly proportional to T minus Ts. The same thing I have written here. See, rate of cooling is directly proportional to T minus Ts, and an experiment is done. See here the values are there. In the first column, it is for time. Every minute the temperature of hot body is noted. Every minute. 0 means in the beginning. In the beginning the hot body temperature was 70 degrees centigrade, and surrounding temperature, that is room temperature, was 30 degrees centigrade. So T minus Ts, 70 minus 30, 40, 65 minus 30, 35. In this way the difference between T and Ts are written here. See, theoretically, what relation we got here? The rate of cooling, the change in temperature with time is directly proportional to T minus Ts. See, if you look at the experimental values, we see the same thing. See here, the temperature of the hot body is taking regularly at 1 minute intervals. So initially, in 1 minute, the temperature decreased by 5 degrees. See, 70 to 65 means 5 degrees. 65 to 60 means 5 degrees. So initially, each minute, the temperature was decreased by 5 degrees. But somewhere here you see after some time, 44, 42. In 1 minute, the decrease in temperature is only 2. Here, the decrease in temperature in 1 minute is 5. Here, the decrease in temperature is only 2. And if you look here, 41, 40, only 1 degree centigrade. So the decrease in temperature initially more, after some time it is less. So why like this? The reason is, if you look at the temperature difference, we can understand. Initially the temperature difference is more. See here, 40, 35, 30, the temperature difference is more. Here you see the temperature difference is only 12, 1, 10, less. So where the temperature difference is more, the rate of cooling also more. Where the temperature difference is less, the rate of cooling also less. So in this way we can find the experimental verification also. And with these values, if you draw a graph, you get a graph like this. And d capital T by d small t, actually what is this? Capital T is taken on y-axis, small t is taken on x-axis. The change in y coordinates by change in x coordinates, this is nothing but slope. This gives a slope. So if you take a tangent here to this curve, if you take a tangent to this curve, here it's the slope. Similarly, let us take three different places. Here let us draw a tangent, and here let us draw a tangent. So we can see this tangent is having more slope, this tangent is having relatively less slope, and when you come here further the slope value decreased. So slope is decreasing means rate of cooling is decreasing. Why? Because temperature difference is decreasing. So in this way also we can see graphically also we can find the same thing. Further, anywhere the slope is negative, and theoretically also the slope is negative. So in every ways there is experimental proof for this. Now let us move further. See, let us take t minus ts to left hand side and dt to right hand side. dt, let us take this t minus ts to left hand side and let us take dt to right hand side. Now on left hand side there are temperatures and on right hand side time. So in this way this is called as a separation of variables. After having the separation of variables, let us integrate on both sides. Since k is a constant, it is written outside the integral. Now, say this is fourth equation. So, to integrate, we need some formulas. For example, integration of 1 by x with respect to x gives us log x with base e. So, this is one formula. And another formula is, suppose we integrate 1 with respect to x, we get x. This is another formula. So let us use these here. See here, this is in the form 1 by x. Therefore, we get log. So using these formulas, we can write this as log e t minus ts and is equal to minus. Here there is in front of dt there is nothing, means 1 is there, and when 1 is integrated we get t. Here the variable is t. So here integrating 1 with respect to t we get t, plus we get a constant of integration where c is called constant of integration. Let this is equation 5, and this equation is, see here t is a variable and log u t minus ts is another variable. So this is in the form y is equal to mx plus c. This equation is in this form, and comparing these two equations, see in place of slope you got minus k, it means here you are getting negative slope, and since this is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c, this represents a straight line not passing through the origin, which is having some x-intercept and y-intercept and having negative slope. Since this is in the form y is equal to mx plus c, so on x-axis we have taken time in minutes, and on y-axis we have taken log e t minus ts. So drawing a graph with these readings, we got a straight line like this with negative slope. So experimentally also this Newton's law of cooling is verified. Now let us see the experimental setup. This is a double-walled glass vessel. So this is just like a thermos flask. There also it is having 2 glass layers. It also will have double-walled glass vessel. In case of thermos flask, between the 2 walls of the glass vessel, vacuum is there. But here, between 2 glass walls, we pour water and a thermometer is kept. and this serves as surrounding, and this temperature is surrounding temperature Ts, and here we kept, in between we kept a calorimeter, and in this the thermometer is, and in this the calorimeter we pour hot water, and that is taken as a hot body, and the reading on this thermometer gives the temperature of the hot body. And here we take a stirrer also, and this stirrer, by moving up and down, we keep, before we take the reading, we move the stirrer up and down so that the temperature becomes uniform throughout the water, then only we take the temperature. So in this way, and these are the upper surface is closed with wooden lids. Now let us move the fifth equation further. This is in the logarithmic form, and this can be converted into exponential form. E power, see, t minus ts is equal to e power minus kt plus c, and this can be written as e power minus kt into e power c. We can write like this also. See here, E is a constant, C is a constant, so this is a constant. So let E power C is equal to C dash. Then we can write this as T minus Ts is equal to C dash E minus Kt, or T is equal to Ts plus C dash e power Kt. This equation enables you to calculate the time of cooling of a body through a particular range of temperature. So this small t is the time of cooling, and T minus Ts is the range of temperature. And I have written some important points here. Initially the rate of cooling is higher, and rate of cooling decreases as temperature of the body falls. Next, this law holds good only for small difference of temperature. That is, when T minus Ts is small, then only this law holds good. Next, the loss of heat by radiation depends upon nature of the surface of the hot body and area of the exposed surface. On these two factors, the loss of heat depends. One is nature of the surface of the black body. So here in the experiment, we have taken hot water, and second one, area of the exposed surface. Sometimes, see, in this equation we have constant k, and sometimes in the examination they ask on what factors k value depends. So we write this: k value depends on nature of the surface of the body and area of the exposed surface. For small temperature differences, the rate of cooling due to conduction, convection and radiation combined is proportional to the difference in temperature. This is another point. It is a valid approximation in the transfer of heat from a radiator to a room. This is one. And the loss of heat through the wall of a room. This is second. Or the cooling of a cup of tea on the table. See, three examples are given, and this equation is a good approximation to describe the cooling.